Okay, we are back. Thank you for bearing with me. Yeah, it was good to get some food in me. Also have some tea to help with the old voice box. So yes, we should be all set and ready to rock and roll. Worry not for me. Real though I may appear as you and yours, I am but a part of this moon, a creation of Heidelin, entrusted with the memories of an acquaintance long dead but not forgotten. My charge of Zodiac has ended, but so long as the moon exists, I shall not want for purpose. I shall remain ever watching, ever praying for your success. Argos, what do you have to say? Argos favors you with what could almost be described as a conspiratorial grin. Interesting. I think we already talked to these guys, right? I was expecting something a little more intimidating and less man's best friend. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Sure. Onward. A malefic ether yet permeates from the crater. Remnants of Zodiac, most like. I wonder how difficult that is from a programming standpoint to, like, schedule the animation and camera work that way. Just a little further. We discover a new location. The Bestways Burrow, apparently, is what we're nearing. So it's like the Loporrits are the ones that are pilots, maybe? This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Omoratine. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let us head inside and... Oh... Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. See, it's a good thing we took the break before. We didn't want to keep Argos waiting, you know? Of all people. Beings. Things. We can talk to him to fly back, I suppose. Alright. We just have to say open sesame? Is that how this works? Bestways Burrow. Truly a marvel beyond description. Its scale is reminiscent of Omorat, or rather, the replica we visited on the first. Oh, that's true. He was waiting by the jailer. We did make him wait. Or watcher. True. He waited with us, though, not like not with us, you know. That wasn't as bad.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
That's funny. Impressive nose bubble. Oh, this must be the lead one, huh?
Look lively, everyone! I know, this 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Etheirys to safety. Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Etheirys. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
So like, yeah, you just fought Zardiark, you just did all this stuff. Lots of dark revelations. We just need cuteness overload at this point.
Crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
One of us. One of us. Aw, okay. This is definitely from Final Fantasy IV. Given the present crisis, Hydaelyn doubtless sought to facilitate cooperation betwixt pilot and passenger. Indeed, 'twould require a heart as hard as diamond to raise one's voice in anger to beings possessed of such profound sacranity. I find Urianger's reasoning somewhat flimsy, but the crew seems amicable enough. Thancred's dumbfounded expression suggests he is still struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. They must be the Loporrits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on, then, let us be about it. Yes, let us. I mean, we could walk down the ramp, but that's what this is for, you know? The Loporrits will all appear to have set about their tasks. Whither is their leader, I wonder? Oh, gemstone trader. Trading way. That makes sense. Saw the fun the traders on Etheirys were getting up to, and I thought to myself, hey, I could do that. So here I am, eagerly awaiting your patronage and bicolored gemstones. Moose flesh, give me that moose flesh. Lunatender's blossom and dynamite ash. A chipper, a Loporrit. Fighting way? Oh, hey. Sorry, I'll be back to you, chipper Loporrit, in a second here. Oh, how do I get up there? I have to jump down from over there in order to get there. Okay. We'll get that later, then. Hum, hum, hum. The leader of the crew? Not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way is the name. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation system. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Etheirys. And that's a promise. Well, I suppose we should attune to the Aetheryte, too. That is also an important thing to do. But ether current comes first. Wow, there we go. First one we were able to get here. I have decided to form a fellowship of protectors to escort people as they arrive. So relax, you and yours are in safe paws. Very, very safe paws. Hey, Y'shtola. What you thinking? Such a fascinating apparatus. Though it's hard to believe it could house so many crew members. Even so, there is nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodation. Camping way? I'm thinking of spending a night outside Bestways Burrow, but I'm not sure what I'll need to take with me. Aside from a tent, I suppose. We'll get ourselves attuned here. Got weaving way here. Gonna be like a clothes seller. What do you think of our clothing? I'll have you know, I'm the mastermind behind its design. Dozing Loporrit. Leader? No. Sleeping way, my job is... perhaps I'd better ask. Boosting way. It's a pleasure to finally meet one of you, miss. I'm just preparing this and that for when more of your kind arrive, so you can all feel at home. Recording way? So is the leader going to be naming way? That's the question. Oh my, but isn't this exciting? I've never seen one of your kind up close before. Would you mind if I take some measurements of your body? Just for reference, of course. Snappy Loporrits. Boosting way, is he the Loporrit that boosted to 80? Yes, exactly. Well, what? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Were you the one giving orders earlier? Take me to your leader. Leader? Yes, ahem. Look no further. I am the one you seek. Well, well. Looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it. Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery, after all. Though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter. You needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the central platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's in the large glowing ball at the center if you should find yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. That's a long walk. We need ether. We need like an Ethernet here for us to jump around to. Let's go on. Let's go up on the other end. Oh no, that actually would be the right end. This would be the other end. Oh, maybe we can't get up there. Nope, we can't. We gotta go this way. Yeah, we might as well use a mount. Wobbling way. Oh dear, I hadn't expected to meet a people person here. Whatever shall I do? Flopping way, what's going on with you? Ooh, another ether current, there we go. Me? You're speaking to me? Oh, but of course I'll answer any questions you may have. Who are you? I'm the manager and operator of the Central Control Sphere. It regulates every single facility here in the Bestways Burrow. If anything were to happen to it, the whole place would stop working in no time. It's very important, and so is my job. Bestways Burrow is where we Loporrits live and work in honor of Hydelin. We're all doing our best to make the moon a suitable ship to transport everyone. You'll be able to ride someday soon, so don't you worry. Yeah, very soon, it seems like. $290 yalms to the east. Alright. Orianger. 'Tis astounding how the Loporrits, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such gargantuan facilities. Given their size, getting from one end of this place to the other must be exhausting. I honestly don't know how they do it. Yeah, it takes a lot for me to get around. The etheric composition and density of this sphere is quite similar to the crystalline concepts we've seen before. It likely shares their capacity for storing memories and knowledge. Okay. We got mapping way here. Visitors at last welcome!
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporrits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Etheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name. Map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Etheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents said to you little ones, on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
I like that they think we're kids because we're so much shorter than the Amaratines.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. Here, we have Etheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Etheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Etheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Etheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard,
We're gonna slingshot it.
to another star. Easier said than done, admittedly. For one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings.
But did they not say that if the Source were to experience the end of days, the same would happen to the others? Yes. So, like, we're not just going to have to get people off of the Source, but we would have to get people off of the First and any of the other shards. And so how that works, if they have a means to do that, I guess. I don't know.
And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
I mean, yeah, I would guess. I mean, that's one of the things they started talking about at the beginning of the expansion. There's like, I think it's a random, like, Sharlayan sage person that you bump into that's talking about, like, there's other life out there or something like that. There's other planets. And that person's, like, looked at as an idiot, you know. But yes, most assuredly there are, Baby Smell.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help?
I was going to say, that's what I was wondering.
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we worked to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon? Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Well, Amarotines were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Correct.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Aetheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? Yes,
Oh, that's funny.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Oh, that's funny. Wonder if the Sharlians are the ones who are sending them the materials. See, it must be. And so that's why all that stuff is going there. Like, that's kind of what I was wondering. I should have realized something was amiss when Livingway referred to us as children. What other delightful misconceptions do they hold, I wonder? 'Tis unfortunate that the domiciles were constructed in error, but their willingness to perform such sweeping renovations is a testament to their commitment. I cannot fathom the resources required for a facility so vast. Why do I get the feeling we're going to have our hands full dealing with the Loporrits? Oh dear, I certainly hope Buildingway can complete the renovations before more guests arrive. Or mayhaps he should leave them as they are. That way you'd have more space to lounge about. Purple carrot juice. That's decent for me too. With the final days fast... A taste of the moon. With the final days fast approaching, Livingway is keen to complete her preparations. Right then. Now that you're here, we need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us in all their terrible grandeur, so it's imperative that we be prepared to receive our passengers-to-be. If there is anything at all, that may displease them, it must be addressed post-haste. And address it we shall. Here at Bestways Burrows, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have produced myriad amenities, and we understand to be essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your opinions on them. I'm sure you have all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with foodstuffs? Meet me at the Caratorium, and we'll see about filling your bellies. The Caratorium, huh? She does not want for enthusiasm. The notion of a theorist rotting to its core being a matter of course is rather concerning, though. Nevertheless, let us take this opportunity to learn more of the Loporrits in this vessel. Sagaskin coat of maiming. Ain't bad, that ain't bad. Speak with Livingway. Oh, all the way over there. Alright. Also, that would mean that the Sharlians were right. At least before the death of Zodiark, there were no final days happening. True, I guess, true. So it'll be interesting to see if they change their tune once we get down there. Though they might be more mad at us because technically we're the ones that caused it. Though as Thancred, I think it was Thancred or Urianger, I can't remember which one said it. Oh, we should use our mount. I can't remember which one of them said it, but we saved probably a lot more devastation by taking care of Fandaniel before he did whatever he could before he sacrificed himself, you know? Okay, we must not be able to... Well, let's see. Would probably have happened anyway, yeah. It would have happened anyway, he would have just done more destruction instead of us killing him on the moon, right? Right, we must have to, go down here to get away. Or get over there. The horse groaned and strained there a little bit. Curatorium. Yawning Way? Oh, I must have dozed off. What was it that I was supposed to be doing again? Hopping Way? I'm delighted to see you, but I'm very, very busy. Perhaps we can chat another time. Okay, so there are monsters hanging around down here. Okay. Cactuses? Or is those like... Oh, those are just carrot plants. Lots and lots of carrots. Is that all we're gonna have to eat? Hast thou spied the peculiar sentinels patrolling the vicinity? Approach them with caution, or better yet not at all, for they make no distinction between friend or foe. Given their earlier confusion regarding our size, I cannot help but wonder if they even know the first thing about us. Am I the only one who suspects we're not going to find anything edible whatsoever? Cooking Way. You're a lot smaller than we expected, but I trust you still have large appetites, yes? Welcome to the Curatorium. Here we create prototypes of the various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way, pleasure to meet you all. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many, many cycles of painstaking labor, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learned all about the essential nutrients for a healthy and balanced diet from the reference materials we received. Why, I've practically worn the words from those invaluable pages. Naturally, we've also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on account of, well, because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Hop along the platforms here and you'll find a storage unit full to bursting with delectable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. It's all just carrots, isn't it? Although if they still believe that people are the size of the Watcher, perhaps they haven't had contact with anyone since before the Sundering. That could be it too, because if the books are old... so then it was from like Vana and stuff like that. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-colored assortment of carrots. Which carrot will you choose? The unassuming orange carrot, the peculiar-looking blue carrot, the vibrant yellow carrot, the ominous crimson carrot? Take a moment to consider. Let's try the vibrant yellow carrot. While it has no peculiar smell to speak of, the yellow variant is unusually light and springy. These qualities, together with its excessive length and girth, would lead anyone to question whether it is indeed a carrot. I am certain I wish to eat this. On second thought, you elect to simply take an obscenely large carrot for now. Due to its bizarre qualities, it would be prudent to ask Cooking Way whether it is safe to eat first. Those are big. Like the size of us. This doesn't require a debate. We have work to do, so quit dragging your feet and get to it. I mean, you know, that would satiate hunger. Like, a human probably could only eat half of one of those. Or Etherean? Is that going to be our title? So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favorites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Eat the obscenely large carrot. With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. You snap off a piece of the carrot, enjoying its crunchy texture. Righteous confidence surges within you, a certainty that you are the center of the universe, that all creation is a story, and you the star, beloved and perfect and special, a god worthy of worship and prayer, or at the very least a second roll, should the dice treat you poorly. So it was a lucky carrot. You suddenly feel as though Nymea's wheel is spinning in your favor. Interesting. What did you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The lucky carrot is, well, to be honest, we're not quite sure how it was first made. A happy accident, you might say. But as the name suggests, after eating one, you will feel blessed with good fortune. We have plenty of other varieties, too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help with sleep. So you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary. But what if I don't like carrots? I can certainly see demand for this in Sharlayan. Let's say that. Let's fish for something. Sharlayan? What in blazes is that? I take it you too had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from and naught else. Is this where we find out, like, Thancred hates carrots or something? If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborators share with you about cuisine on Aetheris? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Why are we talking to rabbit people? They're the ones that are going to save us from destruction. Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprise when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for that encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss of where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling and potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming, boiling, roasting, and the like? I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. But our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue, you know, that otherwise impenetrable parlance the Watcher speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is, from our collaborators, we learned your language. Adverbs, gerunds, present continuous verb conjunctions, just the basics. Then we found the terms related to our given tasks and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore didst thou kind deem such a change necessary? When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. Rabbits, arguably one of the least intelligent mammals on the planet. Interesting choice. I hope our critiques, such as they are, were helpful to you. Now, these are a species that are rabbit-like. They aren't necessarily rabbits, though. Though, if you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from Aetheris as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a more balanced diet. Until such a day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. We get some carrot juice. Hungry for more carrots? Fear not, you can eat to your heart's content after you've seen the rest of Bestways Burrows. I hate to admit it, but I did rather like the carrots. While I'm sure the Loporrits would hop at the chance to expound upon carrots in exhaustive detail, perhaps it's time we moved on. One second. Alright, Living Way, what's going on now? We get some pants. Styled a hero. Living Way is eager to show you more of the moon's wonders. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessities, shall we? Our clothing production is sure to impress this way. Huh. I mean, if they just made stuff like what they're wearing, it wouldn't be that bad. But it all depends on what they were told we like to wear. Oh, we're gonna get attacked. Oh, it's the Final Fantasy IV battle theme. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's awesome. I didn't expect that. Drive right into it. It's hardly sun-silk tapestries, but perhaps we'll be pleasantly surprised. Do you suppose the clothes they prepared will be as grossly oversized as the carrots? Oh, that is true. That is true. They weren't expecting us to be as small. Garments born of the heavens, crafted with methods ancient and forgotten. Dress befitting we who walk in shade, stewards of the esoteric. That was a very Urianger phrase. Here we are, the apparel production station. We've chosen to employ more traditional methods for this task, creation magics. Hydaelyn in her infinite wisdom blessed us with the selfsame affinity for magic her people possessed. We have other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will regale you with the details in another time. That said, we did run into a spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not sufficient to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallized ether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us with the extra V's we need. My, how resourceful. Ah, the sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habit of changing attire to match your chosen profession. For the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our designs. But why take my word for it when you can simply try on our clothes? Make yourselves known to the workers and they will see to the rest. Up top. The car definitely looks goofy trying to go up that. It's the car from Final Fantasy 15, but it does kind of look like the Batmobile. So, how you doing, Ross? You having a good evening so far? Just playing some Rocket League, nice. Oh, all right. Tired from work? Saw me stream earlier? Yeah. Yeah, we're at almost 11 hours now. Didn't say anything, but you were real close to saying what you were doing. Got it. Let's just say exactly the same thing as Baby Smell was doing. Oh, that happens, you know. It's natural. Ah, it's you! One of the visitors from Aetheris. Goodness me, Mappingway wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. All right, you were here to try on a set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that embodies my bloodlust, jeez. Something simple yet functional. A fashionable and refined ensemble. We'll do that. Fashionable, right. Ahem. This will only take a moment. There we are, all finished. A perfect fit, if I do say so myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion on Aetheris, but I'd wager no one down there was ever worn anything like this fine ensemble. Perhaps you can start a new trend. It looks very plain. I do feel like I've seen many people wearing something that looks like this. Would you look at that? Speechless. And there I thought you might not like it. If you've a mind to try something else, why not speak with my fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing these garments in order to progress. You will change back to normal garments if you move too far away. Ha ha! Ha! So, I wonder, is it the same thing no matter what you wear? Or no matter what you ask them to make? I'm guessing it was. So this is a new expansion that is all new content. If Final Fantasy, kind of like an MMORPG, like WoW, but with more like graphics and storylines. New quest, dungeons, raids, and zones. Yeah. So this is a new expansion. So yeah, new zones, new story progression, new dungeons and stuff like that. New abilities. Yep, and so yeah, the level cap is now 90, and so I am at what, 2/3 of the way through 84, or through 84 now. So I'm about at the midway point, I would guess. If you're guessing by level, a little less than the midway point of the expansion, I would guess. Jubilant Loporrits. No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? You wish to try my clothes, really? Of course, it would be my honor. Do you have anything in mind? A little more flair. Clothes with an altogether different design. Let's try that. I think I can handle that. Let's see. This should do. The mask is still the same. Some of my best work yet. You're a strange one, aren't you? I honestly wasn't sure what to do when you didn't ask for anything specific. I take my work seriously, however, and am never one to disappoint. That ensemble is a blend of concepts from myriad professions. All-purpose attire for the modern woman of Aetheris. I was worried how the concept would turn out when put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Livingway? I'm sure she's eager to see what we've come up with. You must continue wearing these garments. So yeah, it looks pretty much the same. A little bit more like weirdness on the arm cuffs. Let's see if this person changes into the same thing. I'm guessing it's going to be the same thing. Wusashi. Like Musashi, but Wusashi. Let's see here. There we go. Living way. My, don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error, but I know quality work when I see it. Shh, you needn't speak. I can see your adoration from the moon and we Loporrits in the eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same having sampled our creations. Let's see what they're wearing. Probably the same thing. Sorry to have kept you waiting. They insisted we sample all of the concepts ere we returned. Verily, 'tis an ensemble most becoming. Those are some gloves, that's for sure. I think it's past time we returned these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. Oh, whatever are we doing wrong? The Watcher taught us that in his time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuating the people of Aetheris, they will most certainly have need of your attire. 'Tis clearly you spared no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so... homogeneous. Speaking for myself, what I wear now better suits my tastes, even if it is of inferior make. But there are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. Rather than make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity and diversity of your people. Oh, even if we'd memorized every tome we received, I doubt we'd have fared much better. Maybe we're doing you a disservice trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for your benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length even when they know they shouldn't. As one such form of fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate and escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Oh no, okay. Not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelin's love of Aetheris, and the salvation of the people on that star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk failing them all. Ah, I suppose you're right. Livingway, might we have leave to explore Bestways Burrow unattended? You have given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee a while longer. Really?
I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Well, time to check out what the fidgeting Loporrit is all about. My apologies, I wasn't trying to spy or anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors come from Aetheris, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people of Aetheris refuse to come? What if we can't save them? Oh, it's clear we've made a mess of things. Oh, but wait. You still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. Oh, this is Growing Way. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name's Growing Way, by the way. See you soon. So then that means it's easiest to just do this. Did fall down just a little bit. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Up over here. You're here. You're really here. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Callista Tobu, eh? Crikey, even your names are amazing. Well, Callista, we'll be using this teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Ready in the teleporter. Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action.
Hey, Titan, how you doing tonight?
This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
I'm doing well, thank you.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Alright, yeah, so definitely sounding like Charlian, that's for sure.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece, so all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again.
Thankfully, I'm still in one piece. We've had enough out-of-body experiences for one lifetime. So it looks like Urianger is going to be sent back to who they're collaborating with, which, yeah, I mean, it feels like it's Charlian. Yeah, all of the Loporrits are very adorable. Gosh, that was embarrassing. I promise to be more careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it, though. You really would have liked it. Time to get new pants. So I need new boots, because these boots don't quite work with that. Soon enough, though, I'm sure. Soon enough. All's veil that ends veil. Growingway is keen to put his recent mishap behind him. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I'd care to admit. Each time we woke up, we'd have long discussions about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the one thing we all agreed upon was that the people of Atheris wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we're striving to make the moon a vibrant, magical place they'd hop at the chance to visit, rather than waiting for the flames of oblivion to get them off their tails and force them to accept our invitation. The residential quarters may not be up to the necessary standards just yet, but there are plenty of other places we're seeing. You've already had a look around the Curatorium, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me. So we can use the teleporter now. Oh, and this is where we've got some ether current quests, I'm guessing. True carrot crimes. Carrots, it's what's for dinner. Oh boy. Oh. There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So we can see where we're going. Actually, we might as well just do the mount. Guiding way here. Do you need help with something? I'm busy assigning duties at the moment. Good, you're here. Through this door is Greatest End's Veil. It was named as such because it's the veil to end all veils, the most beautiful forest you'll ever see. We understand the people of Etheris enjoy taking leisurely walks through natural spaces and the like, so I'm sure you will enjoy it. How about we start with a nice stroll to the fountain this way? Reading way? Don't you just love books? I absolutely adore them. They've taught me so much. Don't tell anyone, but they also taste delicious. Grinding way? Do these floors look clean to you? I don't know. I feel like they could use a little more polishing. Learning way? Oh, what a pleasure it is to actually meet you. I've read so much about you. A mopping way? Oh no, it's moping way. He's not. Are there truly more of your kind coming? I'd rather not be doing all this work for nothing, you know. Scraper. Oh, we gotta go this way. So, what do you think of the forest? Isn't it positively pleasant? Simply sublime? I couldn't see the forest or the trees. I didn't see any. Wait, you don't mean those crystals out there? It is as transcendent as burying your face in a chocobo's plumage and taking a good long whiff. Of course. I couldn't see the forest or the trees. You're pulling my tail! You're in the forest right now! Building this place was a challenge, let me tell you. Since we were born here, we've never seen trees in person before, let alone a forest. The information sent by our collaborators was quite enlightening, but after much deliberation we decided to use crystalline constructs in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric circulation system, this place produces air as clean as that you'd find in a forest on Etheris. The fountain here behind us, powered by the rather large crystal adorning its top, plays a vital role in supplying us with fresh water. Much time and effort was spent making it the most spherical of spheres, and I dare say the unparalleled roundness speaks for itself. It is round. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation whenever I come up here. You look like you could do with a stretch yourself. Let's see, where do we have... It'd probably be easier to... stretch, there we go. I suppose I could do that too, huh? probably is wise to do right now. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. Ah, sight worth the many years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from Aetheris. Could we, maybe? Sure. You will? Oh, be still my quivering whiskers. He's like on the same walking path as my minion was. I was thinking, Callista, that I could maybe be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Zodiac, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Eventually, Heidelin gave us our first task, furnish the moon with propulsion systems capable of facilitating travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respects it is, but it was only possible thanks to all the knowledge Heidelin shared with us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years, give or take. But anyway, let's keep going. Ask if you could taste the rainbow crystal. Oh. What? No, I'm not sure what it is you do with crystals on Aetheris, but we don't eat them, and certainly not this one. It's possessed of all 6 elements: wind, lightning, fire, earth, ice, and water. We use crystal like these to maintain the moon's elemental equilibrium. It's worth mentioning, though, that because of Heidelin's influence, being the embodiment of tranquility and stasis and all, manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetheris. A conjuring of fire would sooner dry your clothes than singe them, for example. Put simply, the etheric conditions are ill-suited to growth, which is why the surface is mostly barren. Of course, this was all necessary to keep the raging energies of Zodiac in check. Ah, nothing like a relaxing stroll to forget one's worries, eh? This may come as a surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable areas. Whatever, that's the word. Areas until after the propulsion systems were ready. You really want Skittles candy now? Yes. You've been away, but it seems you are beyond where you now, so stop watching. See you later. Yeah, take it easy, baby smell. We'll talk to you again sometime soon. Should be on tomorrow night. We'll see if we have luck getting into the game or not. Considering how long it took, I wish we'd started sooner. Who would have thought we'd need 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until hundreds of years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when that bizarre red satellite was sent up from Aetheris. The Allegans mischief, I think. We thought maybe some new nefarious actor was colluding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous humming that day. What was that random noise? Say, do you notice anything peculiar about the treetops? I mean, apart from the fact they're massive crystals and not trees. I'll give you a hint. It's the golden rings emanating from the glowing spheres. Along with the device fixed near the ceiling, they fulfill a role similar to our sun, and do so better even. The sun and similar celestial objects in the great expanse radiate energy that is harmful to your bodies. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to bathe in the perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close approximation of it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have ever so slightly different curvature. Yes, indeed, this forest truly is great. So they put thoughts in a lot of the things, but it's not the types of things that people latch onto, right? Which I think it's interesting, because if somebody was looking at and approaching the problem from the way that they were approaching it, that's probably how it would work, you know? Alright. There was something else I wanted to tell you about. Oh right. The propulsion systems and habitat facilities were completed around 2,000 years ago, and with that, the most important features were fit for purpose. Which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present-day people of Aetheris. Why not go and visit Aetheris yourself, you might ask? Strictly forbidden. Were our technology or knowledge of the moon's true purpose exploited for evil ends, the result could be disastrous. Then there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to converse with Hydaelyn. Fearful we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we beseeched her to find people on Aetheris we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Woohoo! With the exception of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and waited, hopeful Hydaelyn would find someone who would help us. Eventually she did, and though her power was waning, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel here to the moon. They certainly didn't waste any time with what we taught them. No more than a few years after that, our collaborators found a means to convey messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books, and other resources they sent, we learned enough to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now you're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the greatest Ensvale, I knew it. Thank you again for coming here, by the way. I know it was just a walk through the forest, but it meant a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the Grand Tour. A shame we missed it. Growingway, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the residential area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters at hand. I'll be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you'd need me there, but if you insist. Well, we won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking around the burrow. Come along. Now come along, Growingway. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of a rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything of import? All sorts of things. They've spent 12,000 years preparing for this. With the appointed hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still. It remains to be seen if the people can be persuaded to evacuate when there are yet no signs of the final days. What's more, the technology of this place defies imagination. I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever these collaborators are, unless they are possessed of the world's most charming personalities, or a means to forcibly evacuate people, they will meet with a great deal of resistance. The aesthetics in this part of the game seem so much more high-tech than the beginning. Yes, so, like, the interesting thing about that, Titan, is... So, like, the Realm Reborn parts of the game, so I guess, okay, high-tech, do you mean high-tech as far as, like, the game aesthetics look high-tech, or just, like, visually it looks a lot better. Like, there's better, like, programming technology behind it, I guess is the question I have, because there's two different answers.
Indeed. Even if faced with annihilation, the decision to forsake all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for mine attention. Of course, we can accompany you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary. If you will excuse me.
The game theme aesthetic, like where the characters world. Got it. So yeah, so the reasoning behind that is that this is like a very technological environment that we're in here. The part of the world that we're at. Or, well, yes. The game world that we're at, we'll say that.
Huh. What do you suppose has suddenly tickled his fancy?
Oh, kind of like Spira? I could see that.
'Tis clear now that difficult decisions lie ahead of us. Preparation for the evacuation of Aetheris is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections, and I trust I am not alone in my reticence. The final days will make brave fools of us all.
Otherwise, like, graphically, things look a lot better now. Because when they made, like, the original areas of the game, so, like, the Realm Reborn areas of the game, look a little bit more low-tech, aren't as interesting, textures maybe aren't as great, because those were created because those were created to be able to work on the PlayStation 3. And so they couldn't do a lot of things graphically with that stuff, and they've touched it up since then with different updates, especially since the game can't play on PlayStation 3 anymore. And so that's why, as the game goes on, areas start to look better and better and better, is because of, like, just the development, and, like, they weren't hamstrung to have to create things that would work on PS3 anymore. So then, the base level of how something could be designed, like, raises up a little bit.
Back to old tricks. By now, Thancred can tell when his friends are up to something. Did Urianger seem strange to you? More so than usual, I mean. I know he has a penchant for keeping his own counsel, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's all right? Ishtola and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch up to him.
Yeah. The reason why this area, like, looks aesthetically completely different, is because it's... I would say this area is much more sci-fi than fantasy-based. This is a fitting mount here. Where is he? Oh, okay. We can just go back here then. Have you had a chance to play anything, been able to get into the game to play anything recently at all, Titan? There he is. Urianger appears to be heading towards the entrance to Bestways Burrows. Over there, okay. Boink. Been able to get in, but the wait has been very, very long. Got it. Yes. Is it as bad tonight as it was over the weekend? That was one thing I was curious about. I've obviously been in the game for 11 and a half hours now, so I don't know of how the queue is. There was 34 people in queue when I logged in earlier. You're at level 26, so not far. Just found out about the 7. Okay. Yes. I am, yes, we are very far. And deep in spoiler territory, so whatever you hear, just try not to commit it to memory. Tried to log in, you're in a 5,000 person queue. Okay, wow. So it's still about the same. Yeah, because I'm trying to think about tomorrow for playing how to log in after work. Urianger ventures off into Mare Lamentorum for reasons unknown. You must tread carefully, else he might sense your presence. Oh, another one of these, huh? Follow Urianger from a safe distance. The objective will end in failure if you are noticed or if you fall too far behind. And you're doing White Mage, right? Or Conjurer right now, right? If I remember correctly. Not going to happen for you tonight. Morning is easier to get in. Yes, definitely. Send me good vibes for me to log in after work. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking I might end up... You're conjuring. You still liking healing then? It's been going pretty well? Healing is stressful to me, but I do enjoy it. I would say White Mage made more sense to me from a healing standpoint than Scholar has so far. Who's there? The good thing about Scholar is that you have your fairy to help with healing quite a bit. As long as you remember to put them out. If I haven't played Scholar for a while, I forget to cast them out. I feel like an idiot. Notice it takes longer to get into dungeons with other people as opposed to when you first started last week. I suppose because there's not as many people playing the lower level content anymore. Oh my god. Don't get too far ahead of me. Okay, he didn't. Thank gosh. It can be, but you think it's just your anxiety because it's like you're going to let the team down? Yeah. No, I get that. I understand it. It's stressful. It's a lot more to worry about than being a DPS.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Livingway, I presume?
Sure did.
'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again. Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? My capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain, brokered by my hand, were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine, her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbritter, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today. Selfish wants, born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decisions. Take heart and protect well those you can. Would that we had time to weigh the costs. I think I like the second one. Trying to put him at peace a little bit. Because, like, I've always known that everything he's done throughout the story, like, he's done it because he's felt like he's had to.
Sage counsel indeed. I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrits' proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
No.
What are they saying? Curse these ears and had bugger all. No matter. We've got our plans.
Oh, geez, that was mischievous. Mischievous look on that Loporrit. Let's see here. character race always reminds you of tieflings. So that's why I chose this race, is because it reminded me of that. So as far as, I don't know if they're based off of tieflings. I'm not 100% sure why. So the All Ra, which is the race that my character is, this was one of the races that was added with Stormblood. So it was like I think it was the first new race added to the game, because I don't think they added one with Heavensward. Whoa, okay. And so yeah, so that was the first race added with Stormblood, and so that was the first time when you saw characters like that. But yeah, my character is based off of a tiefling character that I had created for D&D. And so that's what I basically ended up making it an All Ra. I think they're somewhat dragon-based, because they have, like, the scales from that. I actually can't remember from looking at the character creator. Yep, Jim had the right of it. The little red wall people. Did they add new races to this expansion? They did not. The only thing that they added with this expansion, and I don't think you have to have the expansion for it, it's just added with 6.0, is that you can now make male Vieras. So the bunny race, not the bunnies like them, but the bunny people, you can make a male version of that now. With Shadowbringers, they made it so that you could make a female Viera or a male Hrothgar, which are like the lion-faced people. And so now with 6.0, you can make male Vieras, and then eventually they're going to make it so you can have female Hrothgars. And then from what they've said, that's probably the final races they'll ever add to the game, because it just adds way too much to the... It's way too much from a programming standpoint to continue to add races. Too many things to consider with it, I think.
In truth, my reason for traveling hither was to effect a plan of mine own. A plan which may pave a way forward for us all. May, I say, for there is no guarantee of success. 'Tis the reason I set out alone, that failure, should it come, would be mine to bear alone. Yet thou standest before me with proffered hand and open heart. 'Twould be remiss of me to refuse thy amity, and so I ask, wouldst thou join in mine endeavor?
We're going to be working with Urianger in one of his plans. That's a new thing. That's fun. Some boots. Get some boots. Okay, yeah. So these are better than the other ones. Yeah, that was another change that came with this, is there's quite a few bits of clothing that used to be gender locked that are now gender neutral. I think make costumes are some. There's quite a few others though that were gender locked that are now open to any of them. Wish you could romance the NPCs like in Baldur's Gate, but I'm not going to complain this game has turned into like an addiction for you. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been times where this game has been, you've now forsaken all other games. I've still been playing other games, but this is by far the game I have played the most this year. I have probably played this game more than all other games combined this year. And that's probably not even hard to assert. That is by far for sure. And I think that was the case last year too, even though I didn't start replaying this game until later in the year last year. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
we get some hand gear, setting things straight. Urianger is quite glad for your company. I thank thee for accompanying me. 'Tis a simple plan in truth. We shall not be long away from Bestways Burrow. Difficult decisions must needs be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people of Aetheris. To make clear our resolve to the Loporrits, I would offer them a gift, but its making doth require a most singular ingredient. Ah, an abundance of spongoi. Excellent. Spongeoi. I chanced to spy this aggregation when crossing Zodiac's erstwhile prison. Using a spell taught to me by the Numo, I believe these shall suffice for the gift I would fashion. The magic requireth considerable concentration, however. Might I prevail upon thee to stand watch whilst I perform the incantation? He is focusing. Urianger is wholly absorbed in weaving his enchantment. Until his work is complete, he will need to be kept safe from harm. Oh, I have to go down here. Okay. Wandering Daphnia. Oop, 3 of them now. Alright, have to go back here then. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This would be a good opportunity to see how Urianger is faring. Urianger remains fixated on his work. There. 'Tis done. A magic ink, every ounce as efficacious as that created by the Numo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure mine own, but is nevertheless a most useful skill. The resulting product is admittedly possessed of no preternatural properties, but its hue is one of mine own choosing, which I pray the Loporrits will appreciate. Callista, Urianger, oh thank goodness. I thought you had been eaten or had perhaps fallen into a crater. Yashola has been looking all over for you, Callista. She says she needs to speak with you about something most urgent, dire even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Callista alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind, Urianger. But worry not, it just so happens we need your help with an errand, delivering a package from the Watcher's Palace to Bestways Burrows. It's quite... burrow. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for we poor Loporrits, and we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Okay, this is their scheme. That's convenient. Suspiciously convenient.
insinuating I betray the trust of Heidelin's chosen? Or worse, do anything to risk getting on Y'shtola's bad side? She's clearly not one to be crossed, nor made to wait. Now, off with you.
Worry not, Callista. I shan't be long. You're gonna kidnap him. Speak with Y'shtola. Alright, where are you, Y'shtola? Over there. I suppose I should be checking for ether currents while I'm over there. "100 yalms to the northeast." Up northeast. Northeast. Whoops. There it is. We have to go over here to get there. Oh, I almost... There we go. Oh, but back so soon. Everything is alright with Urianger, then. That's a relief. For now, anyway. Oh, Callista, we thought you would be away for far longer. Huh? A dire emergency? I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running Way, a companion of Growing Ways, apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name, refusing to stay still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there anywhere he's likely to stop and rest? Or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? Oh, what's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice and... No? Well, if it's really that important, you could try using these balls of moose flesh, not to be confused with the other thing. Ahem. Running Way's other notable feature is his incessant chatter, so you have no trouble finding him in a crowd. And when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Crude, but if it proves effective... He was here in the Greatest Endsvale when last I saw him. Let us split up and find him. Okay, so this is first-person shooter mode again. Well, he's not running, though. There he is. Oh, that's smart. If this was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. First person looks weird in this. Oh yeah, it kind of controls a little weird too.
Yes, I'm running away. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of moose flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Ha! That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we've got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the Great Voyage. It's true that Hydaelyn did impart to us some knowledge of the event, but I know about as much as any other Loporrit around here, less probably. I don't know why anyone would think it's funny to go around telling people I'm an expert, but they'd better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry I couldn't be of more help, but there's nothing else. I've work to do. And I'm off.
Yep, they're definitely trying to keep us distracted for some reason. I'm guessing they're shipping Urianger off to Charlian or whoever it is that is sending the stuff to our folks here.
Any luck? I tried near the entrance, but there was no sign of him. Oh no, you caught him. I mean, well done, you.
He is not good at espionage. This is not his forte.
I could find neither hide nor hair of him. How did you fare? So, he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growing Way? Well, you see, I misremembered. Yes, that's it, I misremembered. Terribly sorry about that. Afraid I'm drawing a blank, though. Try as I might, I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Urianger? I assume you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he'll be returning? On his way to the Watcher's Palace with Livingway? Between Growingway's sudden lapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time would be better spent lending Urianger a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including that pertaining to the final days. Right. Got new hand gear. There, now it all matches now. Well, my headgear is different. If some scheme was afoot, surely Urianger would be the first to see through it. Then again, he does tend to give others the benefit of the doubt. I am beginning to grow tired of these games. Heart of the matter. Growingway is fidgeting with nervous energy, but it is far from is it from excitement or worry? Oh, what to do? I promised Livingway I would help, but... No, I promised I'd help, so that's what I'll do. The archives are on the second floor of the main plaza, the eastern wing. Follow me. I suspect the Loporrits are up to something, but if there is aught to be learned of the final days, I think it's best we play along. For now, at least. So we have to go up top. There's the rest of the Ether Current quests. Woo. Woo. Alright, so we'll use the... Oh, can we not use this as a teleporter anymore? Or do we have to use the main aetherite to teleport now? Let's find out. Oh, nope. Okay. And we will have to do these. Name that way. Knockingway would like you to call upon a friend. Hail, person. Yes, you. Do you have a moment? You see, ever since we awoke for inspection, a friend of mine has been acting a little funny. Funnier than usual, even. I can hear him sighing from all the way over here. I would go and call on him as I do, but he always insists that nothing's wrong. I think he'd be unable to help himself from opening up to you, though. He has always been ever so fond of people. Would you mind lending him an ear or two? Many thanks to you. My friend's name is Dreamingway, and he should be somewhere nearby. Just follow the lamentation snuffling. Alright. Let's go and collect all of the quests here then. Brusque. Loporrit. Alluring Allag. The Brusque Loporrit has a mind to do something dangerous and has clearly heard of your proclivity for recklessness. I hear you have a penchant for excitement and adventure, is that correct? Then I assume in your travels you have doubtless heard the tales of the Allagans. Don't get me started. Have to go to bed? Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Titan. Have a good night. Hopefully tomorrow you have much better luck getting into the game. I thought as much. I ask because I have plans to survey an Allagan relic not far from here. The weapons guarding it, however, make it too dangerous for me to go alone. I trust you see where this is going. So are you interested in a little adventure? Much obliged. Now let's be off. No time to waste. Alright, so we gotta get the ether currents while we're in here too and collecting these quests. A yawning way. Carrots, it's what's for dinner. Yawning way needs help gathering the Caratorium Loporrits for mealtime. Oh, bother. Ugh. There's no sign of any of them, and it's almost time to eat. You there. If you happen to be heading to the Caratorium, could you let my fellows know it's mealtime? If we don't eat, I can't take my nap. Many thanks. Oh, they should come running at the mention of Carrots of Happiness. Just say those 3 magic words and they'll be on their way. Watching way. True Carrot's crimes. Watching way has a mystery in want of solving. Excuse me, miss. Have you by chance seen any thieves prowling about with ill-gotten iron carrots? They're crimson tender, surprisingly heavy. The carrots, that is, not the thieves. If you haven't seen them yet, I'm sure you will. We've been told that you adventurers are quite good at solving crimes that no one else can be bothered with. Wonderful. I'm relying on you to solve our carrot caper. Honestly, what manner of fiend would deny a Loporrit their dinner? Anyway, our culprit or culprits took 4 carrots in all. Those are not easy to carry about, so I dare say they can't have gone far. That is true. The carrots are massive. Northwest. Yalm straight to the west from here. Go around our supporter here. Yalm's to the... Okay, I see it up there. How to get there is another question. Oh, right there. That's not that hard then. $284 yalms to the northwest. Okay. So that'll be going away from the quests. So we'll go check this stuff out. Take the square root of the roots and you get... Carrot of happiness. Okay, we gotta do typing now. Carrots of happiness, you say? My, is it that time already? I was working on projections for optimal carrot production based on the total population of Aetheris to ensure that... Oh, never mind. I must make haste or I'll miss out on seconds. Alright. Double check here and see if there isn't one closer. Nope. Okay. It's great that it's the, Oh, it's down below, I guess. It is great that it's the battle theme from Final Fantasy IV. Peckish Loporrits. Oh, my whiskers, a visitor from Aetheris. What do I do? What do I say? And have you brought any snacks? There we go. Could that mean... Yes, it must be time to eat at last. Oh, how I've waited for this moment. There's nothing like a carrot of happiness to fill the void in one's belly and soul. Alright, so directly south. There's where we need to go, is over there. And up there. Munch, munch, gulp. These philosopher's carrots really hit the spot. Just a few more. What? What? No, of course I'm not stealing. These are mine. Is it so wrong to enjoy an early dinner? The muttering Loporrit stops off in search of a place to eat in peace. You suspect this is not your carrot culprit. Really? That's surprising. Based on the primer you but recently received, you can say with relative certainty that iron carrots are not blue. Oh, okay. So there's a nibbled iron carrot. Whoops. Drooling Loporrit. Oh, carrot, my carrot, the prize we sought is won. Alright. What? They're serving carrots of happiness today? The deep, luscious orange. That tempting, slender silhouette. Wait for me, my darlings. I'm coming for you. Alright. So Yawning Way should be happy now. Whoops. I did not need to heal. Alright, so yeah, so I guess gotta investigate the iron carrots here. Oh, maybe it's up this way. No, not up there. This scrumptious-looking iron carrot has been tragically abandoned in its prime. Whoops. Missed that there. I was gonna say, someone's gotta be hiding somewhere around here. Or do I have to click on all three of the iron carrots first? I mean, I saw where they all were. Huh. Oh, there's another one. Ah, there we go. We found the culprit. Blip, blip. Insufficient stock of iron carrots. Iron carrot detected. Initiating iron carrot procurement. Alms to the northwest. Make our way that way. I think there's still some out in the open that we have to collect in order for us to actually be able to fly, unfortunately. Sunny Alms to the north, okay. Oh, there it is. So we just got to get up to the top of that. Over on this side, alright. Wow. Ah. Here we go. $900. Okay, so yeah, so that one's probably out of here. Oops. Let's see here. Probably is closer to just teleport back. Alright, turn those two quests in. Nothing away. Ah, you've returned. Oh. And everyone else is accounted for. Sustenance is essential for us Loporrits, though I suppose people are the same. Yes, they are. In any case, we expend a lot of effort in raising a whole variety of carrots. Carrots of happiness are a new cultivar that are particularly... comforting, though. It seems almost silly to have our workers consume so many carrots, just so that we can produce more carrots. But that's a problem that can be solved with even more carrots. No need to worry about the details. I'll work out the figures just as soon as... what were we talking about? You're back. Please tell me you found the carrots. The supporter? I never would have suspected. It's supposed to help us farm carrots, not eat them. I recall the technician said something about enhancing its code with a love for carrots to increase work efficiency. But to go so far as to steal carrots for itself, I fear it may now love them a little too much. Alas, those poor carrots. But at least we know what became of them and how to prevent this happening again. Thank you for your assistance. $458 yalms to the south. So that's either out on the other side of the wall. Alright, we'll try going all the way south here just to see.
But it's probably on the other side of this wall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's out there. Yep. But that's alright. Quick teleport back to the center, and we got those 2 other quests to do, and then the main quest to continue. How many of these? Okay, so yeah, we have quite a few that we haven't found yet. So. Stay focused, streaming way. Sure, you're no working way, but... oh my. You're not a Loporrit. Am I dreaming? Is the day finally here? Am I truly talking with a visitor from Aetheris? Whatever can I help you with, kind madam? One of your friends asked me to check on you. Huh, who put you up to such a thing? In any case, I couldn't bother an honored guest with my silly troubles. It's nothing. I need the ether current, so... if you insist, perhaps I could share a nibble of what's on my mind. But first, may I ask your name? Callista Tobu, a truly spectacular name. I'm sure it speaks to your character in one way or another. If only I could say the same for mine. Perhaps it was a mistake to choose Dream from that tome of words, for try as I might, I have no such thing. And seeing everyone else live up to their names since our awakening has only made me more aware of it. The people of Aetheris, on the other paw, seem to dream a great deal. Have you any advice for me? Focus on what you love to do. But that's the problem. I haven't the foggiest idea what that would be. Though my fellow Loporrits might. I've known them since we were created, so perhaps they see something in me that I cannot. With their help, you must be able to find an objectively appropriate dream for me to pursue. You know best what would be of service to mankind, after all. I'm all ears, so you need only tell me once you've come up with something, anything at all. So we gotta go around and talk to people. 308 yalms to the south. So that's gonna be out there too. So I think we're going to cruise in here quick and see if there's any currents we missed in there. $391 yalms to the east. Okay, that's out there a bit. Oh, are we going to make it in time? Yeah, not too bad. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I didn't realize I was taking so much damage. Let's get this on. Oof, that cut that a little bit closer than I wanted to. $215 yalms to the east. Southeast. Oh, there it is. I see it now. We were pretty much right by it before. I just didn't see it. Yalms to the south. Alright, we're just going to open up this other area up here quick. And then we'll teleport back to the center. Finish up the side quest that we have. There we go. New location discovered. Alright. Okay. Over here first. Talk to the easygoing Loporrit about Dreamingway here. Dreamingway? He can do anything he sets his mind to. He doesn't complain about getting his paws dirty either. That said, I'm not sure I can think of anything he's particularly gifted at. Stern Loporrit. You want to know about Dreamingway? I can't say I know him terribly well. He's always rushing off on a new task just as soon as he finishes the old one. I always thought him a good sort, though. He's no sluggard, I can tell you that. Always happy to lend a paw when there's work to be done. Compared to some of the others, well, let's just say that he's a great help. Alright, well, none of them were a great help, though. Getting all the horses now. Did they have aught of interest to share? Please say they did. That's more or less what I expected, I suppose. Nice enough, but in no way gifted. Perhaps I was never meant to dream. Don't worry, we'll find your dream yet. You really think so? Goodness, people are truly as kind as they say. In that case, I promise not to give up until we've found my dream, even if it's the last thing I do. That got grim. Let's exhaust our other options before we go for anything potentially lethal, shall we? That's funny.
Well, we probably could use a ring, to be honest. My warmest and fuzziest thanks for your continued help, Callista. I was thinking, if the other Loporrits can't tell you what I might be best at, perhaps you could follow me around and see for yourself. My primary work includes gathering materials, equipment maintenance, and most importantly, carrot production, all indispensable for our day-to-day operations, as I'm sure you'll agree. As for what to show you, perhaps a spot of foraging. Everyone likes a good forage. We'll need to go see Thinking Way in Greatest Endsvale first. They're the Loporrit who allocates this sort of work. I'd hate to step on any toes. I see you have a rather special companion today, Dreamingway. What's the occasion? Oh, nothing of import. She's simply here to observe me as I go about my day. Speaking of which, are there any tasks in need of doing? As a matter of fact, there are. Buildingway is in need of more crystals. Could you perchance mine some? But of course, I suppose he'll want the usual assortment. Right, then. It's off to Valles Vulneris. I'll go on ahead and look for a suitable deposit of crystals. All the way out here, huh? And the other one's out there? Alright. Okay, up top we need to go first. Yeah, what does it say for weather here? Fair skies. So close, well, kind of, to having flying unlocked here. We have to find the 4 other Ethernet crystals, or ether currents, excuse me. The architecture of this place is impressive, though more than a little confusing to navigate. Is it too much to ask for clearly marked exits, or a map, perhaps? What other knowledge do you suppose we could glean from their archives? The archives are right through this door, but it seems to be locked. I guess we'll just have to go and find whoever has the key. Growing way, enough. If you have naught else to tell us of the final days, you need only say so. We can ill afford to be wasting time here, as you well know. Did you yourselves not tell us we must act quickly? Yes, we did, but... the moon was to be a perfect paradise for the people of Etheirys, and we're running out of time to make everything ready for their arrival. We hoped you'd see the wonders we have to offer, but you found nothing but faults and flaws in our work. Only one of you saw our potential, so others must be kept here. Ah, so that's Livingway's game. Run us about in circles, and failing that, lock us away so we can't put the plan at risk. Everyone except Urianger. He understands what is at stake, what must be done. I fear you've misjudged us, Growing Way. Never have we decried the notion of using the moon as a means of escape. That said, my heart breaks at the thought of abandoning Aetheris and her reflections to their doom. If there is a way to avert the final days, I wish to find it. We all do. We may fail, but our efforts would never be at the expense of your plans. But why would you take that risk? There's no room for ifs and maybes now. The people of Aetheris will escape here to the moon. They'll be safe, and we'll finally get to see all their happy, smiling faces. I'm sorry, but we can't let you leave. We just can't. Do what you must, but try not to hurt them. I'll be back in a moment. Don't do anything rash while I'm gone. Isn't that the opposite of what they're going to attack us? If we dally, they'll overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I say we knock these ones out, split up, and make our way to the exit. Agreed. Let us reconvene where Argos awaits outside. Do we have to knock them out, really? Oh, more of them, huh? Growing Way returns to stop you. I mean, I don't want to attack you, dude. But I have to. We have to save them. I was gonna say, that was somebody's carbuncle over there. Does take a while to traverse space in this big building. Umbral wind. There you are. Didn't rough them up too badly, did you? I mean, just did my whole rotation on them a couple times. Good, you're here. We must hurry to the Watcher's Palace and find Urianger.
And what, pray tell, do we seek at the Watcher's Palace?
Oh, come off it, friend. You know full well why we're here. The time has come for you to return to Aetheris and help your brethren prepare for their journey here and beyond.
Forgive me, Living Way. that I cannot in good conscience proceed with this plan.
Huh? But what about the final days? The death and the doom? Oh, we have to hurry before it's too late!
Your unflagging commitment to your duty is endearing, to say the least.
Oh, bugger!
Be at ease. They bear you no grudge, nor do I. How could we, having come to understand your purpose? For millennia, you and yours worked tirelessly towards the singular purpose of this heavenly vessel's construction. An arduous feat by any measure. It is clear you have spared no effort. Why, your very names are a testament to your dedication.
Our names? I'm not sure I understand what you're getting at.
Names are an expression of the self, a declaration of one's hopes and aspirations. Your use of contemporary, uncomplicated nomenclature doth ensure clarity of purpose. There can be no doubt that your love for the people of Aetheris is boundless and pure.
Yes! Yes! A most mellifluous phrasing! We Loporrits were born of Hydaelyn's love for Aetheris. That shining, shimmering blue jewel, brightest star in the sky, brimming with life and possibilities.
Sounds like Feo-Ul, kind
For
of.
as long as I can remember, I've toiled in anticipation of the day when this vessel might be needed. All I've ever wanted was to meet those she cherished so dearly. To serve, and serve well. That goes for all of us. Don't you see? So help us. Help us help them. Lead them here where we can keep them safe. If there's anything wrong with what we've built, we'll fix it. We'll make it right.
Your works want not for repair. Yet there remaineth much for you to learn of men and your own kin besides. Singing Way, thy name bespeaketh more than the simple marriage of rhythm and rhyme. The songs of Aetheris are beyond counting, and span the length and breadth of emotion. Maps are monuments to man's pioneering spirit, and his devotion to charting the furthest reaches of our star. Many have devoted their lifetimes to exploratory pursuits, to venture unto the highest mountains and the deepest oceans in search of unknown frontiers. And thou, my friend, I do not think we've met.
My name is Puddingway.
Puddingway? Yes, indeed. A name of deep and abiding significance, I'm sure, but one perhaps better communicated through delicious deeds than tasteless words. A judicious application of fey magics at a later juncture may be appropriate. And Living Way. 'Tis no easy feat to convey the significance of thy moniker. When I was a bookish boy, a dear friend of mine was fond of peppering me with questions as I read, to my occasional annoyance. One day, I posed to her a question of mine own. What doth it mean to live? After much contemplation, she proffered this answer, the anticipation of a half-read story's conclusion. The hope today's mistake may serve as tomorrow's lesson. The wish that a new acquaintance may one day call thee friend. She believed it to be all these moments and more.
I want to understand, but...
I, too, still labor to find mine own answer. 'Twould be my pleasure to assist you and yours in embarking on a journey of self-discovery and enlightenment. For thee. Ink as blue as the waters of Aetheris. Made in haste, though I assure thee, the quality has not suffered for it. The people need not be persuaded by honeyed words. Nay, I have faith they shall do what is right in due course. Until they do, I beg your patience, friends. And with that ink, let us fill the empty pages of Livingway's compendium. An open exchange of ideas will surely afford you all a better understanding of modern man, and with it, ideas for improvements and renovations. But more importantly, it shall empower us to together find a way forward.
I hope you're right. Thank you for this lovely gift.
There you have it. I shall remain with the Loporrits to ensure that all is in order. Though we must needs prepare for every eventuality, you would all agree that the evacuation of our star is a last resort. To accept failure is to accept the demise not only of our star, but that of Reen's, of all reflections, and the souls that call them home. Which is why I have every faith that you shall fight to the last, that such drastic measures may prove unnecessary.
Should the worst come to the worst, and I pray deeply that it won't, I'll take comfort in knowing preparations were made under your watchful eye.
Aye, thou mayest be assured that if calamity cometh, not a soul will be left behind, if being the operative term.
Ah. Orange now. That flower, how came it into your possession? How very like her. Guided by its light, you may come to know her true intentions. Intentions which remain a mystery even to us. In our time, we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name. Where did that come up before? That seriously has been mentioned before at some point. Elpis.
I hate to interrupt, but I feel like I need to make amends for all the secrecy.
Think nothing of it. We haven't been the most gracious of guests. Do convey our apologies to Growingway and the others.
Yeah, they're probably a little sore.
But of course! And when next we welcome more guests from Aetheris, we'll have learned to be much more hospitable hosts. Oh, and circling back to the matter of inappropriate secrecy, we ought to discuss our benefactors.
Agreed.
Yes.
The Charlean Forum, yes?
What? How
It
did
was
you
pretty
know?
it was pretty clear.
The more I heard, the more obvious it became. The Forum's aims align closely with those of your anonymous patrons. A telling coincidence would be an understatement. Though had we not taken it upon ourselves to peruse certain restricted tones in Labyrinthos, we might still be unaware of their plans. But let us continue this discussion upon our return. I dare say we have kept Alphino and the others waiting long enough.
Is it going to auto-transport us back? Because I kind of wanted to finish getting the ether currents here. Okay, good. Good. The Loporrits think so highly of the people of Aetheris, yet it seems this evacuation plan is the only way they know to express their adoration. If we had been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in future. I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. The Loporrits may be in good hands now, but that doesn't change the fact that their plan is a last resort I'd rather not employ. Let's see it doesn't come to that, for the first in all the other reflections. The others will be so happy to hear Urianger is going to stay and teach us all about Aetheris. We'll have to be careful not to get too distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out after all. Puddingway. Nice to meet you. Name's Puddingway. Sorry again for all the trouble. We promise we'll do better, honest. Well, that was all rather embarrassing, wasn't it? At least we're on the same page now, people and Aetheris. We'll save both, or at least give it a good try. Tell Growingway I look forward to our next walk together. I will. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it. Mappingway. There is little I can do to stop the final days, but should you need to know of star traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so do not hesitate if you find yourself wanting. 'Twas a relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without peer. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, in all our fellow scions. When next I return to Aetheris, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. Hey, level 85. Ding, ding, ding. I need not remind you of the dangers we face, nor the countless lives at stake both in the source and its reflections. Go with courage, my friend, and pray give the others my regards. Level 90 is the new level cap. So we are just about there. That'll be our headgear returning home. So yeah, so getting close. So yeah, I think... Yeah, we've almost made it to 13 hours. That's probably enough for tonight. It has been a day. It's been fun. I'm probably going to finish up the side quests that I've done on here, and I want to get the ether currents before I leave the moon. So I'll probably do that before I log off tonight. So that stuff won't be on stream, but I don't know. We don't need to see the end of side quests on stream, I don't think, right? We don't need that for perpetuity's sake, or collecting the ether currents. And then I'll probably finish up the ones in Garlemald also. And then we'll pick up with starting the quest with Y'shtola to go back to the source.
next time. And so, thanks everyone for stopping by throughout this entire day. It was fun hanging out, chatting with you all, and experiencing the early middle part of the game. We saw more of what the master plan was for Fandaniel and Xenos, and we got even more background about what it is going to happen, and what are the fail-safes that Hydaelyn had in there in case, negative things happen. So yeah. So thanks everybody for stopping by. We're going to call it quits. We're going to try to stream again tomorrow night. Ultimately, if we struggle to, if my voice is completely destroyed tomorrow, which it's a little rough right now. It feels rough anyway. But it'll be fine tomorrow, I think. But if not, that might be a reason we don't stream. If I can't get logged into the game, we'll maybe play something different. We'll see what happens. So we'll just sort of play that by ear. Also, tomorrow I will get posted on Twitter what the plan is, what the schedule is going to be for the rest of the week. Hopefully. If not, it'll go up Wednesday for sure. We won't stream on Wednesday. I have I have something going on Wednesday night. But otherwise, we'll see what's going to happen with the rest of the week. I think Thursday night I won't be able to, but then we'd be looking at Friday and Saturday and Sunday. So yeah. So thanks so much everybody for hanging out and having fun and taking the trip all the way to the moon today. So yeah, we got to make it this far. So thank you all so much. Take it easy. Have a good one, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow.